Hey guys, I just got a new mic, so I kind of wanted to test it out. Yes, welcome to Jack in the Box. How can I take your order? Yes, can I please get a double cheeseburger with a large order of fries and a Diet Coke, because I'm trying to watch my figure. You got it, Mr. Stealthy Cyber Taco. Go ahead and pull up to the window. Alright, I think it's working. Hey guys, this is Stealthy Cyber Taco here again. I wanted to go a little bit about what is reverse shells. So I kind of think about, I'm playing baseball with my cousins in the park. It's very hot outside. We're playing baseball, so my cousin's, throwing pop flies at me, and I'm there with the glove and trying to catch it. I'm going to get that baseball, and I'm going to throw it back. Or, you could be playing Uno at a campsite with your family and friends, and you pull out the Yu-Gi-Oh! Blue Eyes or the reverse shell. Put it in reverse, Terry. I'm going to put that reverse card back out there. So that's kind of like what I like to think about catching reverse shells. What is reverse shells? Well, essentially it's, a hacker creating an infected file. He's going to throw the baseball and he's going to put it on the target, and then he's going to call it back. That target is then going to talk to him. So then me as a hacker, I can tell it further instructions what to do, or control it remotely. So today, we're going to go and do that. So I made a directory here. By the way, if y'all don't know, I am currently studying for my OSCP. I'm always learning. I love to teach Purple Team and Red Team. But this is a hack the box machine that I did called Devil. So I just wanted to show y'all. I made a directory, Y2 YouTube video Devil. As of right now, we actually need to go and create this reverse shell. So let me come pull that up over here in my notes. Okay, so I have it right here. We need to create the reverse shell. So I'm going to do MSF Venom. MSF Venom is a very popular tool known by certified ethical hackers or OSCPers or just bad guys out there. It's very well known. It's a interpreter. So we're going to be using this right here, MSF Venom, to create a reverse shell. We're going to create the infected file, okay? I don't have any fungus here today with me or anything else to, create something infected, but today we're going to be doing it, in the terminal command. So MSF Venom, P, I want Windows shell. I want a reverse TCP connection. Put it in reverse, Terry. All right. So my target right now is a web server, and it runs ASPX files. So I want to create an ASPX file. I'm going to say lhost, which is your boy, Stealthy Cyber Taco, aka me, also known as localhost. As of right now, I have a open VPN connection to Hackbox environment. So I'm going to say, hey, talk back to me on ton 0. Talk back to me on my VPN connection, okay? And then lport, which is also your boy, me, local port. I'm going to say, hey, Mr. Reverse Shell, I want for you to talk back to me on port 3333. You got it, Mr. Hacker. So we're going to do that. And then now I need to create a file name. Do I want to name it something funny, or what am I going to name it? Well, today I'm just going to name it Stealthy Taco revshell.aspx, okay? So I'm creating that in the directory desktop YouTube video Devil. All right, pour my little sugar and spices, my little fungus and stuff in the bowl. Let's create this infected file. All right, so we just created it successfully. Let me do ls. There is my infected file right there, Stealthy Taco Rev Shell. Let's go nano inside of it and kind of see what's inside of it. Let's go look inside this infected file. So this is the infected file that I created. I need to now throw the baseball. I need to throw it back to my cousin, or I need to throw it back to my target. I want to throw this. I need to put this file on my target so it can talk back to me. So how do I do that? Well, my target, the web server, it is vulnerable to anonymous login. So I'm going to put this file on the target right now. So I'm going to do FTP 10.129.229.246. Anonymous. So for the username and password, you can type anonymous, and boom, I'm logged in. That's very bad in the real world. You don't want that at all. But now I need to put my infected file on my target. So now I'm FTP'd inside there, and I need to put it I can do the put command, and then I'm going to do put stealthy taco rev shell.aspx. All right, so this is basically showing that I now threw the baseball back. I now threw my infected file onto my targets. All right, so what do we do now? We need to then set up a listener port to call back on, aka setting up a reverse shell. So there's multiple ways to do that. Right now I'm going to do netcats. I'm going to say netcats nvop 3333. So I want for my infected target to talk back to me on port 3333. My computer's going to say, "You got it, Mr. Hacker. You got it, Mr. Stealthy Cyber Taco. Let's listen for anything that's coming on 3333." All right, so now what's next? Well, my target either has to click on the file or click on the link or run the infected file that I created. So my target is actually a web server, as I mentioned earlier, and this directory that I'm in is for the web server. So I'm going to go to the website. I'm going to go to 10.129.229.246. This is my web server that's about to be infected. So now let's go run the malicious file that I just created. Stealthy taco rev shell.aspx. As soon as I load that, if the exploit works successfully, your boy will then be able to catch a reverse shell. Let's see if it works. Let's go push enter. I think, yeah, I I misspelled that one wrong. Stealthy. All right, let's see if this works. Boom. The reverse shell worked. Who am I? These are all my privileges I have. Who am I? That's who I am. I can do ls, or this is Windows, so I need to do dir. These are all the contents that are in there. So this window, I essentially have access to the machine and a terminal. It's pretty great. There's different ways to catch reverse shells. There's web shells, which essentially I can create a certain syntax, and then whenever I would curl it, I would essentially get this terminal, a terminal like this in the web browser. I can send it commands. It'll say, what command do I want to run? I can do who am I, and then within this internet browser window, it'll show a terminal. It's pretty nice. It's really, really nice. Let me actually go and show y'all real quick what that would look like. Web terminal. I guess I can just look at web terminal hacking. Just show y'all real quick. So here is one right here. Let me come pull this up. Here's a web terminal right here. So look, they're in a web terminal. It'll show, the contents and then commands that you want to give it. There's just a whole bunch of different ways for web terminals. And that was a reverse shell via MSF Venom. So now, let me get out of here. I just want to show you a little bit more about reverse shells. So there's different ways on catching reverse shells. If that didn't work, well, we can try another port. Let's see what ports are open on my target. Is port 80 open? Exactly what ports are open. We can also try port 53 for DNS. There's just so many different ports to try. And if that doesn't work, that's okay. We can try other things. There's different other shells. Over here on my OneNote, let me see if I can pull this up. So I just wrote this up here. These are different ways in catching reverse shells. So I'm still kind of using the same syntax. Netcat, MVOP, talk back to me on 4444, or talk back to me on 1234, or hey, talk back to me on port 53. Let's catch that reverse shell, see if it works. So you can use netcat, you can use RL wrap. You can do niching, which is very good for Windows machines. It's saying, PowerShell, new object, go and download my malicious file that I'm hosting. So it's saying your web server, which is me as a hacker, the file, and then what I want to call back on. So there's that. I actually pulled up a little bit of a video on niching. So if you download niching, there's a whole bunch of different shells that are located right here. And I'm just want to kind of skip around here. There's all this crazy syntax here, but if you scroll to the bottom, you can type your reverse shell. What do you want to call back on? So invoke PowerShell reverse, and then they're setting up a reverse shell right here, and then they saved it. Here is another one for niching on GitHub. Essentially, there's all this crazy gibberish, but on the very bottom is where you can actually put your reverse shell to catch it and see if that works. So I've seen that a lot, and then me as a blue teamer, you can actually encode stuff via PowerShell, which is pretty crazy. In the real world, I've came across Cobalt Strike traffic, it's basically hacking. But these hackers, they like to try to be sneaky, and they want to encrypt stuff. So I've seen it. I've seen it in the real world where like I'll see PowerShell being used, but then I'll see all of this alien language being used. I like to call it alien language because basically, I can't read this. I don't understand what this is. What is this? But in here they are using encoded a command via PowerShell. So what I have seen. Basically, I've seen this in the real world where like someone was using PowerShell with an encoded command. I copied all of this syntax right here, and I would go paste it in a decoder. Base64 is one of them. That was actually Base64 traffic that I've had in the real world. So I would just come here and I would paste all of that gibberish within here, and it would tell you, reverse shell, external IP, what port are they calling back on, just crazy stuff. So just know that Base64 is widely used there out in the real world. And if you see, gibberish and stuff like that, try to decrypt it. Try to find out, as a blue teamer, exactly what's going on. So yeah, that's basically it. Let me come look over here if I had anything else that I wanted to talk about today. No, I don't think I have anything else I wanted to talk about today. I'm hoping that this video benefited you on knowing a little bit about what reverse shells is. Please feel free to like and subscribe, and look out for the next video. Thanks, guys.